How does little old me pack up this rig in 10 minutes or less to hit the road? Well, let's start with the poo. So I'm going to pull the black water first, which is what's got the poo in it, and then you pull the gray water, which is the sink and shower, and it cleans out the hose. There goes the poop. There goes gray water cleaning out the poo, and then we're going to pull this hose in. So for the first 2 years, I got a big tote that's got the hose and snake and all that stuff in it. And I was pulling that damn thing out of the trunk of the rig, and it was just a pain in the ass. And then I learned this little trick. Before I get to that, let me just say, as you unhook this, you know, you pull it up and get all the fluid to go down out the other end. Now, for those of you who say, where are your gloves? Oh my God. I have gotten moisture on my hands maybe twice in 3 years. It's really not that gross or dirty of a job if you just pay attention to what the fuck you're doing. Now here's the trick I'm talking about. Instead of pulling out that big ass tote, putting it all in there and storing it back away, here's what I do with my hose. Because all these hoses are accordions, you want to make sure that you compact them up. Voila. Now my hose is in here, and every time I set up and break down, bam, right in there. No more carrying the tote in and out, which made it such a pain in the ass. Always make sure you replace the cap. Removing the water hose is pretty cut and dry. Nothing much to talk about here. The only thing I always have to remember is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And yes, I do have sometimes a water filtration that I put on there, but I'm just not that weird about it. If you've got to have one, then just use one. And I do have a pressure valve, which I highly recommend. I don't know why I don't have it on right now, but I'm going to be re-hooking everything here in a little bit, and I'll put it on and show you. Water intake is always on the driver's side. And for some reason, the water storage tank is on the opposite side, which is stupid, poor engineering, obviously done by a man, and it's right by the fucking gas tank. Really? Really? I wonder how often somebody has put water in the gas tank just not paying attention. And before you make fun, I have been in a hurry and actually caught myself, because when you're standing there by the gas tank, you are automatically opening the gas tank. You've done it thousands of times your whole life. You're standing there, getting ready to put water in, automatically you're going for the gas tank, and I have stopped myself and said, wait a minute, I'm putting water up there, not gas in here. So I didn't do it, but it can happen. I am certain of it. I'm going to put that in there. For all of you who say, oh my dear God, Cammie, you're putting water with the electricity. Well, I put together both ends so that the water is in the hose. And look, I'm all about ease and convenience. I used to put it in the bucket over there, and it took me twice as long to do this because I was putting shit all these other places. But it's never been a problem. You just have to be smart. I mean, duh, you're not taking the hose and squirting water in there. You're putting a dry hose that has been closed in a compartment until you get where you're going. Duh. When it comes to power, there's usually a 50 amp and a 30 amp. And you want to make sure that the breaker is off before you pull it and push it in, just for safety, just to be smart. And you always want to have this surge protector. There ain't nothing worse. I haven't had it happen, but can you imagine? You get a surge and your whole rig is blown. Now there's a hole back here in this compartment where you can pull your cord in and out of so that you can shut this compartment and make it look nice. And you have to take that surge protector off before you can pull it through. But then you just pull it through and put it away. I'm not loading the scoot up today, but I've got a couple of other videos that you can watch about how I load the scooty scoot. And because we had a huge storm last night, I went ahead and put the tent away. And yeah, I lost my awning. I shouldn't say it that way. I ripped my fucking awning off by accident. So now I use my tent, so I don't have to put that away. Pro tip, make sure the toilet lid is down so your jewelry doesn't fall in. Pro tip, put all of your stuff on the floor before it falls there and breaks. Pro tip, make sure your bathroom door is closed all the way before you start to bring in the slide. Because when you have that bathroom door swing open, ooh boy, what a nightmare that could be. Pro tip, latch the Frigifrator. Anytime you hear me say pro tip, it's because I already know, like when you're driving and you hear the crash thud thud of everything in the Frigifrator coming out, you'll start to remember to close that. And the bathroom door, if it swings open when you're pulling it in, you could literally, like, in a split second, crush that door. So, yeah, I haven't done that, but I have seen it swing open when I'm pulling the side in, and that'll scare you. Pro tip, close that bad boy. That's a mess. Put it in the drainer along with any other cups or things you don't want to spill. All right, I'm starting it up as an extra little side thing for you. My rig has this button down here for emergency start, and my battery's dead. So all I gotta do is hit that button and the rig will start. Always check that all of your outside cubbies are locked, even when you think. I'm going to do a once over around the outside. Now my jacks are still down, but I'm going to pull them up in a minute. I even have a little bag of poo I need to pick up. Give a little look-see. Everything is put away. I even have a grounding mat that I have a wire that comes out to the ground, but I've got that pulled in. You get inside. You're the most important thing. Get back in there. Go on. Make sure you lock your door, not only because when you're going down the road, you wouldn't want somebody to just grab it and jump in, but it will fly open sometime. Now, that might seem really silly to you, but I happen to have my dog's collar on me to secure it one day, and now I just do it all the time, because when she is up, and sometimes I will, see, I keep her strapped so she can put her head out the window, but she can't jump out. But when we're going down the road and we're going to be on the road for an hour, I'll unhook her and let her come sit in my lap. Or we usually put a pillow right here, but it's on the motorcycle right now, so she can sit next to me. She loves that. And so if she's up walking around going to get water, I would be absolutely horrified if that door was open and she went out at 80 miles an hour. So putting that little collar on there just makes me feel better. You do your thing. FYI, I used to put this thing in here and it would hold the couple of doors shut. But the fact is, all these drawers are so wonky now, they all open up when I'm going down the road, no matter how much I close them. So I'm not really worried about it anymore. As long as the Frigifrator doesn't open, all these other cabinets don't open. And the doors opening, the drawers, it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, the brake is on, and you can hear them going down, or I guess I should say going up. So now that the hydraulics are up, I got my seatbelt on, she got her seatbelt on. I know the awning's not out because I ain't got one no more, and here we go. Oh, and I have a backup camera, and so I make sure that that's on. Kind of hard to see it, but it's on now. On the road again, just can't wait to get on the road again. I wanted to play that song, but I knew that trademark whatever would flag me. Roxy's a rig dog, she's rolling with the rock. January 10th, 2024, and it's 75 degrees outside. This is why I love full-time RVing. Being the weather I want to be in. All right, on the next video I do, I'm going to show you how to set it up. Later.